he's so good. B-Town's finest, handsome Lagosin. Name ring bells on both sides of the ocean. Falsetto finesse, swoon baby girl I wear out of a stretcher. She be like,
finding out it's kinda dumb. Realize I am somebody that I don't know at all. Oh God, would you tell me why I'm worn down to the bone? Even though I've only seen half of the world, I'm coming home. Hanging on the hope, I'm losing grip of time and space. Mind is running circles over something I can't change. I've looked, I've tried, no one told me when it wrong. Am I feeling all the feelings? Would you look in my eyes? We laugh or cry just to feel alive. No time for living a lie. Time flies, so don't blink twice.
I tried everything I thought that I may need. I've been trying to catch my breath since I was 17. I've hurt, I've cried, and way too much to drink. But I won't let my life drown in that old kitchen sink. Hold me, oh my, would you look in my eyes? We laugh or cry just to feel alive. No time for living a lie.
Daddy, they go. That's the team we're gonna see twice.
It's dreary and miserable throughout much of the Midwest, but don't fear, we've got football to perk up our spirits as we join you from Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they go play action now. Burrow. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up 2nd down.
Granted, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him up to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. You talk about this Jets defense. They're trying to cover up some holes in the secondary. Right now, bottom 5 in the league against the pass at number 28.
They spent the week at practice, and we know our rating's not that great. And we know we're facing the number 1 passing team in the league. But there are some things that we can do to give ourselves a chance in this game.
That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a 1st down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Here we go. Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical it would be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
They'll come up 2nd and 7.
Here we go. 11.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. This is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. The end result, 21 yards.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
11 MT.
Burrow will throw. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Bengals are on the board first here this afternoon. A good hold of these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Looking to put a drive together. A first carry here for Kene Nwangu. We'll get this to about the 38. And Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they're able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to run.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 more there and another first down. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
Short completion, just 4 yards. And that'll make it 2nd down. You talk about this Bengals defense. This crew against the pass, issues at times, ranked number 24, Charles, in the NFL.
And when you're getting ready to face the number 1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that that's a strong unit that you're getting ready for.
That's complete. It's Adonai Mitchell. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Now, this defense for the Bengals, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Stroud out of the gun here. And they'll find the open man. That's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. Now a carry for Allen. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Braylon Allen with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Extra point up and good by Folk. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here. And this ball will come out to the 35. The Bengals drive about to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. The last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Burrow now off the bootleg. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Jamien Sherwood. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Slow 6 racks on a sweater. Think I'm chilling, I'm just chilling with the fellas. Grandma always told me never trust us. Spit the racks out, camouflage brother.
How? What's that? 18. What's that?
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. Got a little antsy there from his Mike linebacker position.
Partner, there's times you think you've timed up the quarterback's cadence. You think you've got a read on it. He might have thought it on that play. He was wrong.
They'll run with Allen. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Call it a gain of a couple there as it'll leave him with a second and just 3.
Here we go. 18. What's up?
Seven, our score after 1. The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming.
Here we go.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. There's a short one. It's caught by Taylor. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up for the 1st and 10.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now Allen. And he stopped immediately there. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Stroud working out of the gun. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
lot of times it's that first read that you had. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Stroud looking to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Bengals are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that third down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
An inside give, Brown. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. The Bengals at 6-1 now through 7 weeks of the season. And they come in riding high. Just one loss in their last 7 games.
And I like the way that this team is winning football games because they're doing it the way that coaches love to preach. Penalties at a minimum because they've been very disciplined, very focused in their business.
And rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jamie Sherwood. Now the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
All right. 18.
Here's Allen. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
There's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle, but give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Second and 9. Here's a quick throw out to Wilson. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Stroud to throw it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Stroud. To Allen on the dump off. On the gain of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, short tackle.
Stroud will look to throw once more. Throwing over, and it's Taylor on the out route that completes it. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. This now a 3rd and 4.
Here we go. Swap. Another swap.
Here's Stroud. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down.
He'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
And Folk's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they had the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
12, 12, 10 at the 40-yard line.
Here we go. 11, 11. Right, 80.
Now Burrow. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard
Gun.
line.
12, 12. Right, 80.
Now it's Burrow. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them at the end zone as the first half winds down.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. That's going to be brought in by Higgins. Touchdown! T. Higgins from 17 yards out. And the Bengals are once again back in front. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all 3 timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe.
So what you're saying is that we're doing a little bit of a mind meld here, aren't we? Because I'm thinking along the same lines as you. This amount of time, don't be compelled to play it too safe. This is a chance to get points on the board. Press it a little bit.
Yeah, especially since a touchdown here gets you the lead. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already.
Here we go. Let's go. At 18. Let's go.
Now here's a throw out wide. Oh, this might be a double pass. That's going to be incomplete. Well, it looked like he had him for a second, but the razzle-dazzle will not work out. It's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Now Stroud. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
So on 4th down, Austin McNamara comes on to punt. Charlie Jones deep for Cincinnati. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
On one, ready?
They've got good starting field position as they come up here first and 10 at their 38.
Big 13.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Now it's Burrow. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Flacco looking for his first toss. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Jets take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think they get back in balance. It'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Now a 2nd and 6. In motion right is Wilson. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And he'll get a couple up to the 29.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take out extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
To the right side, complete to Taylor. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's first down.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
Throwing now is Stroud. Allen here on the screen. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Well, they certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 43. On first down, Allen. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they've bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. Second down and 6 now. They stay on the ground with Allen. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The line to gain is the 33 on third down. And Stroud now to throw. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. There he goes. And now that brings up fourth down there. A loss of 6 yards on the sack. Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The Bengals drive about to get going. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
Defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They're passing here. Joe Burrow out of his hands quickly to Higgins. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it's second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Here we go.
They go play action with Burrow. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. Allen. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
A shotgun snap to Stroud. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. We've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the 4th quarter. Here's the Jets punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And that will bounce out of bounds before they can get a return going.
At their own 19-yard line.
Damn, I miss you, Chester. Sending love from my face compressor. Ground control with a soul like Bowie, and I'll chop you up if I'm on
the Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Here we go.
Their defense got to stop, force the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
On 2.
That's good for a Bengals first down.
Here we go.
First down, Jan, at the 35.
They go right back to the ground here, and Brown. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 44 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Now I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. So in Jet territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 46. This is Fant on the short completion. So even 2 yards there on the completion. And it's second down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
This is 2nd and 8.
11 mighty. Here we go.
Burrow looking to pass. That's complete to Westbrook-Ikhine. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 28. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
First and 10.
Here we go. Right, 80.
Burrow will throw. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. From the 20, here's second down and 2.
Good set. Right, 8, 12.
Again, it's Burrow. And he'll spot Higgins open left side. And the Bengals are going to have a first and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
On that snap, he's a hero of his defense up to the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal.
Here we go.
quick throw to Higgins out wide. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down and goal.
The career is more at stake when you win your prime. That paper, baby, my face on the dollar.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Jermaine Johnson in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. McPherson's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Let's go.
Pass complete to Taylor. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Here we go. 18.
On 1st down, Allen.
Not a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
Here's Stroud. Oh, a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch.
Brandon's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later they're going to have to stop the clock.
Stroud to throw it. And a completion to Wilson. Gosh, given the time of the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so. But it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
Stroud. That's pulled in by Wilson. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. And worth pointing out, after that last completion, that puts this young quarterback over 10,000 yards passing for his career. And fair to say, he's not done yet.
No doubt about it. He's really just getting started because he's not quite into the prime of his career. So it's likely he's going to hit a few more of these milestones as this career progresses. So let's face it, we'll acknowledge this number and we'll celebrate the milestones down the road.
And just shedding him off there. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion. Now Stroud. And it is caught. They got the 2 points, and with it, they've taken the lead.
17.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
This is 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Flacco. Pass complete to Higgins.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner. Watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Let's go. 19, 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Now Flacco. Open man is Chase, complete.
The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Well, this offense still has the one timeout here, remember. 1st and 10.
70 Lions. 65 cat.
Setting to throw, Flacco. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, this defense has been physical all game long, and it certainly looks like they're not going to back off and make things any easier. They want to keep making life miserable for the receivers all the way to the end.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Mustang 19. Cougar 19. 18 Pioneer. Let's go.
Flacco to throw.
This one caught downfield by Higgins.
And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
What an outstanding drive right there to take the lead, and also, Charles, didn't leave their opposition with a whole lot of time on the clock.
Yeah, I like the way that you're viewing this because they did a tremendous job to put themselves in a position to win, but they can't celebrate just yet. They've got to clamp down on any big plays and force them to use up those timeouts without making any headway.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Here's Stroud.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Stroud back to throw.
Smith catches left side. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here.
And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you've got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
One final shot for C.J. Stroud. Look in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That was a long shot, but they did get one final chance to try to score and overcome this small deficit. No touchdown, though, Charles, and that brings this one to a close.
Yeah, I think Hope was wearing one jersey and Worry was wearing another on the other sideline as that final snap played out. Now, we've seen some incredible plays to win games before, but in this case, I think the distance is just a little bit too great for it to happen here.
So for the Bengals, the victory moves them to 7-1 on the year.
And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Chicago Bears next week. Meanwhile, for the Jets, things are kind of getting ugly as they drop to 1-7 now on the year. And they'll take this loss into the bye as they'll be back in action in Week 10. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.